You're on.
And we are live here on Governor's Radio.
We are live on Governor's Radio, John Brecko.
In Governor's Comedy Club.
That's what
here
I'm talking about, baby.
in Long Island, Levittown, New York. We're going to call this Jersey Stench.
Welcome to the Jersey Stench Show, dude.
The Jersey Stench Radio Show.
The first one.
Two people from the armpit of New York meet what I call the dandruff of New Jersey.
Yes.
I am your host, John Brecko. Over right here is PJ Morin to my left. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, baby. How are you doing? I'm feeling great. We got in a nice drive. We got in some
once.
We got in pizza and some coffee.
Dude, I remember that last drive when we were going on Tony's show. About 3.5 hours long.
Pow.
I had time for some pasta.
And then you gave me a phone. Then you called me and you said, "Hey, we're gonna do a show at Governor's."
Yes, I did.
And I said,
"How?" You almost overslept, by the way.
I did. I did almost oversleep. I woke up to him calling me and saying I'm 10 minutes away. Put pants on.
Nah, dude, we had food at Borelli's.
We did. It was good food.
It was great.
Shout out Borelli's down the road.
I went over, ate the pasta. We saw that Vito was there in the past. How you doing?
Yeah, we showed the fucking Vito Spadafo was on the fucking thing, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
We saw this fucking guy. He came through town, wreck shop, and he just fucking left, the bastard. Put him in the fucking bathroom.
Put him in the Listen, John, all due respect. The Tony Soprano thing is fucking mine.
All due respect.
It's put him in the fucking bedroom.
All due respect. I don't give a fuck about your impression.
Listen, John.
That's a lie.
That hurt my feelings.
You'll be okay. Also, I want to give a shout out to the real Tony Walker, doing the producing for the show.
Yo, shout out Tony Walker.
Coming in the studio as bald as ever.
Oh my God, are we live?
We're live. We got Johnny Lambrose in the building,
I was just shouting out Tony, my man.
John Brecko, PJ Morin.
Yes, sir.
No, okay.
This fucking guy over here, this jabroni.
What's up, baby? How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
I was just shouting him out, though, for doing the producing. Coming in here looking as bald as ever, looking like Mr. Clean's dad.
Beautiful.
Yo, shout out to Tom Crossan, by the way. I think I found his dad.
Shout out Tom Crossan.
How's my mic? All right? Can you hear me?
That's up to Tony.
Loud and clear? No?
All right. But let me introduce our guest for the show properly. This man is a comedian in the Long Island scene, as I hope many of them will come back on this show. This guy is also used to be an ex-professional wrestler in the Long Island scene as well. Has been trained by guys like Tony Nese, Louis Fabiano, as well as many others. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Johnny Lambrose!
Lambrose in the fucking house, yo!
Let's fucking go. I sent Tony a slideshow of you. You were climbing a tree in one of the pictures.
I was pulling a tree down.
Oh, you were pulling one
I
down.
was pulling one down.
Back in his fucking heyday over here. Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, you could fucking tell this guy used to work out way back when.
I still do.
I mean, I'm sure you still do, but you were like in wrestling shape.
I was fat back then, and I was fat now, but but I wasn't fat like my 600-pound life fat.
No, never that.
The kind of fat was like I couldn't get out of the house.
Never that. Although Johnny, I just want to let you know, I like to tell people that I'm so fat when I see someone with a widow's peak haircut, I think of the McDonald's symbol.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think of a horse spreading her legs open. And,
ooh.
I was going to say, you could eat any day of the weekend there.
That's
so
true. That's true.
That's normally how that works.
Listen, I'm 21 years old. That sounds good
You're
to me.
You're 21 years old?
I'm 21 years old. Freshly.
You freaking baby. Get
21 fucking years old. And he's in here busting the fucking Tony Soprano like he knows a thing or two.
Listen, all due respect, I keep fucking saying the fucking Tony Soprano thing is fucking mine.
Hey, you got a sticky situation over here.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, you got multiple fucking Tonys in here.
Multiple Tonys.
Oh, Jesus.
Multiple Tonys in this fucking bathroom. Get them all the fuck out of here. Now, how you been, man?
I've been great. Just working the regular job and going on stage whenever I can at the open mics on a weekly basis. I'm not booked that often, but whenever I do, it's special to me.
Beautiful.
Like I'm not gonna press producers to put me on their show. Like, please give me stage time.
Yeah.
Like a lot of other comics do.
Yeah, for sure.
But I understand that, we all have a place in the comedy industry, and I pretty much know my place. And, I said it in the very beginning when I started this. If something comes out of this, like an opportunity, I'm willing to take it head on.
Of course.
But if I end up just doing bar gigs and clubs for my whole career, I'll be happy doing that too. this business
good.
is that special to me. So whatever I'm able to take,
I love that.
So be it.
But let me just say something really quick. Let me give everybody a little bit of an intro. This show would not have been possible without Johnny Lambrose. Legitimately, because you're the reason why I got to talk to Joe, why he came on Hot Tag Takes, and why I eventually got in touch with Tony and eventually was able to make this happen. So this would not have been possible without you, and I genuinely appreciate that. You made this happen, and I wouldn't have anybody else for a first guest but you. So give Johnny Lambrose a shout out. Man, absolutely deserves it.
Now all you got to do now is just slide the 500 under the table.
I was gonna slide. I was gonna slide Tony that actually. Because he charges us rent, but. Oh man, but that's good though. Where you been performing at lately?
No, just Mike's Farrell's Tavern in Ronkonkoma.
Nice, man.
What's the other spot I was just at?
I mean, I've performed with this man before. Genuinely a funny dude. 100%.
Usually I'm just at Farrell's, on a Tuesday night. But
He's a Farrell dude.
Yeah, and it's closest to my house, so that's why I consider it my favorite mic of the week.
Well, no fucking wonder.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Because, I remember having to drive out to Nassau for stuff and thinking, when is Suffolk going to get something? And finally, Suffolk got some areas, and it wasn't just McGuire's,
For sure.
No disrespect to McGuire's. I love that place, too. But yeah, they just opened a new mic in Holbrook. Tony, have you heard of this?
I have not.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he was,
they just fucking opened it. No wonder.
I thought he was mic'd up just like the rest of us.
Nah, he was chilling.
All right. He's incognito.
I mean, he could be as cognito as he wants.
In the shadows.
I'd have been fine with whatever. But
he's over there texting Johnny.
I know
he's over there making a huge wholesale deal on those Mr. Clean sponges.
You can see it right
dude,
down
I
the
told
screen.
you he's opening it up.
I'm opening up with the comments here.
I can see it.
Oh, yeah, I'm working, man. I'm working.
I can see it.
Yeah, man. So I have had you on the other show before.
Yeah. By the way, is this show the same name or is it Jersey Stench?
This is
So
Jersey.
I don't think we have anything officially made for Jersey Stench, so we're using Hot Tag
I
Take stuff.
I saw Jersey Stench, and then I put the photo up on Instagram, plugging it, and it said Hot Tag Takes. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, is it like, is the episode named Jersey Stench? Like how sitcoms name their episodes? Like,
I want to make something for Jersey Stench. If we don't, I mean, I'm all right at the end of the day.
Speaking of stench, it smells wonderful in here, by the way. I don't know
really
who's got
does.
a good cologne on, but...
I don't think it makes
was
a lot
that
of
not
fucking
you?
sense because there was like six
wear
comics
cologne.
in here
Yeah, I think-
beforehand.
Because I
you're
felt a nice whiff when you walked in. I thought that was you.
yeah, I wear a new fragrance
Steph-
called Ode to Pork.
Steph-
Yes. Normally I have on Like Us.
That's what I had on before we took shit before the show. Definitely him. Yo, he finished taking his shit and he just walked out of a dark corner because we were looking for him. He was in there for like 20 minutes.
I was not in there for 20 minutes.
Then he
that is blasphemy.
What are you talking about? You walked out of the dark corner
Yeah.
of the fucking place.
Yeah.
Like you had been there for 20 minutes. Like you just did battle. Like you just had to cut it open, get a whole C-section for it.
Dude, don't lift up my shirt.
This
It
man
hurts to laugh.
this man almost committed seppuku because of his poo-poo before we went on the show.
Sounds like a problem.
Sounds like a shitty situation.
Yeah.
Yo, John, I know you're married to a woman, but has anyone ever told you that you're pretty gay?
Yeah, you've told me that before, actually.
I did. You know what's funny?
I think you told me that on Tuesday.
You know what's funny? I thought of it about 10 minutes ago, and I told you about 10 minutes ago, but we've only been live for a few minutes, so now I'm saying it live.
You know, this is the first time I've been on the air. I naturally have Trump hands when I speak.
You naturally...
Quite frankly, he naturally has my gay little hands.
It comes natural. You just gotta go with the flow. It comes absolutely natural.
Exactly, you gotta just go with the flow like the African American people do. I love the African
You
American.
just
great,
gotta
man.
let it flow.
Absolutely great people. You
They're
gotta move,
great.
yeah, move your hand like this when you're conducting a racial orchestra.
Gotta do
We're
it.
gonna fee, we're gonna five, we're gonna...
Let it flow, let
Can we
it
get
flow. Don't hold it back anymore.
Let it
Exactly.
flow. I'm the blackest white guy you'll ever meet.
And I'm the most least racist guy on the planet.
I'm the least racist guy. You know Kim Jong-un? I'm less racist than that guy.
You know, we started with Tony Sopranos and we went to Donald Trump's.
Hey, listen, it's the same fucking thing at the end of the day.
How many
course.
impressions did you break out here last time when we were on Tony's show?
Tony, do you remember how many impressions I broke out last time?
It was 503.
All right, let's try to break that number.
That's how many
numbers.
subscribers we have.
That is.
I was like, there's no fucking way that's a coincidence. No, but you probably did break around that. Because I'm thinking of it in my head right now. There was Peter Griffin. There was
I could Peter
Obama.
Griffin.
Yeah, there was
Obama.
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 There was Donald Trump.
Donald Trump already did that.
And there's Ronald Reagan.
I don't think you did Ronald Reagan.
You never did Ronald?
No.
Hello, I'm Ronald Reagan.
Did he normally breathe that heavy?
Well, later in his life, of course, because of the Alzheimer's.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Later in his life,
That's why somebody tried to take him out. They didn't want him to suffer.
because of the Alzheimer's. I once had a finger on the button to the bomb that would destroy all of mankind. Now
And then the other finger was just on my butt.
Now I'm sitting on a park bench eating Fudgy the Whale. Have you seen my wife, Nancy? She looks like a lollipop. She has a skinny body and a giant head. I wish she would just end her life already. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the Alzheimer's.
Sorry, this is the Alzheimer's talking. It wasn't me.
Listen, I don't know about you, but my wife listen, she's got a fatty,
I've been
and
staring at it all day.
listen.
Sounds like the lady at Borelli's.
Listen, I got into the presidential chair, and now when I come, she calls me Mr. President. And when I tell you, when Shorty is backing up that poontang on me, and I'm just going absolutely ravenous after a phenomenal State of the Union address, and I tell you, I bust like 20 bus loads. An entire genocide of kids come out of me.
Just all of them at once.
But nobody knows loads like I know loads.
Nobody knows loads like I do.
Oh, you gotta shoot your load in there.
Listen, he had the whole fucking classroom coming out of the magic school bus, all right?
Nobody knows loads like I do. I tell you, when I come a lot.
There's a clip on
When I come, they call for Miss Frizzle.
There's a clip on YouTube somewhere of Dice presenting some award, Andrew Dice Clay presenting some award at some pop culture show, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, you assholes, this new generation, I can't stand you. It used to be you would wake up in the morning and go, oh, where's this load gonna go? Now it's, oh, look at my phone. Oh, you asshole.
That's what I'm literally doing now for Facebook Poke Wars. Like, I shit you not. Dude, I didn't even realize the poke button still existed until like a few days ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing.
And then he made a fucking post calling me gay. So you're not the only one who's called me gay.
Oh, you made a post calling him gay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I knew he could take it.
Yeah, I think I'll be all
I
right.
know he can take it.
He knows I could take. He knows I could take it like a gay little slut.
Hey,
Yo,
this is coming
he
from
said
his
it, not me.
partner, by the
Like
way.
I'm on fucking Has Been Hotel. How you doing?
How you doing?
I don't.
How you doing?
That's
Angel?
a reference I don't yet understand. I just know that Keith David is in it, and I'm a big fan of Keith. Yo, dude, shout out Keith David.
Absolutely, 100%.
Great voice actor, dude.
Yeah, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, he's the president of Rick and Morty.
Now he's Grumpy Cat 2.0 in Has Been Hotel. He's a cat with wings. Shout out for that. That's
Shout out
awesome.
for that. So John did not send me a picture of you before you came. I didn't know we were having a fellow ginger on.
Yeah.
What's going on, dude?
It's
Yo, dude, happy March, dude. Happy Irish month.
Happy March, brother.
It's Irish Heritage Month. Dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, we've got our People's Day in about 9 days.
Yo, okay, hold on. Here's,
I'm just not a ginger.
dude. I have.
Really? You can pass for one.
Yeah.
I have a little bit in the beard.
Yeah, you got a lot on the side of the beard.
I look like a mixed child.
You do. You're mixed for a white person.
I'm mixed race loving it, mixed raced up in here. The mixed people love me.
I'm the most mixed.
Look at all the colors in this beard, all the colors of the rainbow.
I'm the most mixed. Look at me. I will listen. I'll suck a Muslim's guy's dick. Just give me a Muslim guy. I'll suck his dick. Just let me know when you're gonna 9/11.
Listen, my friend, we go in closet now. Private.
You come to my house and you kick my dog.
Kick my dog, yes.
Just let me know when the second plane's gonna hit so I can get out of the way.
Sir, you need to get your wife out of here. Which one, my friend? Which one? I have 17 of them.
PJ does an awesome show at a strip club, right?
I do.
Really?
Not like his show, but like
So
he does a show in a basement.
Just to verify, this is a
Comedy
ladies
show.
strip club, right?
Yes.
And you do a comedy show. right?
Yes.
You don't partake in the dancing.
If they would let me, I would, but they won't.
Okay.
I've offered. One time they had mud wrestling up there, and a comedian, Dave Hodge, he brought a bunch of Chatterbait merch from Exotica for
Did
people
Dave
to wear for
Hodge
free.
mud wrestle?
Dude, no, but I put on the fucking Chatterbait bikini, and I took off my shirt, and I walked upstairs. And I was like, I'm not on some creepy shit.
Dude, you were Naked Eddie's best friend that day.
I want to be part of the oil wrestling, and they wouldn't let me do it. And
God damn it.
But the bartender said, "You know what? I got you." And she took a bottle of the baby oil and she squeezed it all over my tits and then rubbed that shit in. And I was like, "Oh hell yeah!"
How was it rubbed in?
A pain in the ass to wash off. I'll tell you that right now.
But
what's it called?
I was just wondering if it was hands or was there a little more.
But are you familiar with Matt Bridgestone?
No.
He runs a lot of stuff down in clubs in AC. Okay.
Pretty far away from here.
Yeah, he's been doing comedy for like 20.
Oh, I've heard the name before.
Yeah, he's been doing it for like 25, 30 years, something like that.
A friend of mine frequents Atlantic City a lot.
Oh, what's his name?
I'm not going to say his name because he's tied up in a few things right now. But this is a gentleman who drives without a license.
I do want to ask: are these things in AC?
Most of them.
Okay.
And,
Sounds right.
He thought it would be a great idea to invite me to go on the road with him to AC. Only thing is he would be driving, and which I said absolutely not. I'm too white for jail. I got a giant ass. I'll be somebody's girlfriend in 5 minutes. You enjoy the trip without me.
I might know who you're talking
I'm not
about.
mad at you. I have no idea who he's talking about.
If it's the person that I'm thinking of, that's really funny.
Again, not saying names. This could all be allegedly.
Allegedly.
It also could not be the person I'm thinking of.
Yeah, well, let's not say names and move on. So how you doing, Mr. Brecko?
So how we doing? So
Oh, I'm fantastical.
you brought up the titty bar. Do you live locally around here?
I live in Ronkonkoma.
How far is that in relation to here?
35 minutes.
North?
East.
East. Okay, so still further from Jersey.
Yeah.
Well, if you're ever in South Amboy, New Jersey, on a Thursday or a Saturday, we run shows like 1 or 2 Saturdays a month, and we do a mic every Thursday. Joey Diaz rolled out to the.
I love Joey Diaz.
Listen, he was a fun hang.
Yeah.
He listen. He went. Get you some cocksucker. Listen, he went on stage and fucking murdered for like 10 fucking minutes. Cocksucker. It was fucking magnificent. It was fucking fantastic.
Look, I know you're a milli guy. You like get 10, so I got you get 10 millis. Meanwhile, they're like 200.
Oh yeah.
5 minutes later, you're all freaking out. You're like, you're gonna see the devil, bitch.
listen. When I think edibles, I want to see the fucking devil. Dude, I want to see the devil with Joey Diaz, but no, he can't. He rolled through. He did a quick 10.
He wanted that Jersey
fucking
devil.
great. But what's funny is that same night, my buddy was seeing Tom Segura down in AC.
Another good one.
Just because he was like, he was like, fuck it. He found seats towards the front, and he has a good job, so he was like, fuck it, I'll do it. Why not? The first thing Tom Segura says when he comes out on stage is, so Joey fucking Diaz was supposed to open tonight. No fucking clue where he is. He was in the basement of a strip club with me.
Yeah.
He was with me and Christy Miller in the basement of a strip club.
Christy Miller was there too.
How's Christy doing?
Christy's good as far as I know. That was
Also-
the last time I talked to her because we were up doing karaoke that night.
Okay.
Also murdered that night.
I'm
She
guessing-
also murdered.
Did she do any Joan Jett and the Blackheart covers? She strikes me as a Joan Jett kind of girl.
He would-
Actually, I think
he would know.
I think she did a Joan Jett joke on stage that night. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was doing karaoke. I wasn't there that night.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was out for my birthday.
I got a karaoke story. You know Gino Strong?
Yeah.
We did the show with him at
I remember
at
Gino.
Coasters, yeah. He puts on his Facebook, he goes, karaoke tonight, who's down? And normally I would refuse, But I'm reading the comments, and all these good-looking girls are commenting like, I'm down, I'm going to get my Beyonce on, or whatever the hell they're saying, right?
Johnny Lambrose said, hey.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So I hit him up. I'm like, all right, I'll be there. I'm thinking this is going to be at a regular bar with a karaoke system. And my plan was to just sit in the background, have a drink, and just watch people make asses of themselves on the karaoke machine.
That's fair.
Come to find out, this is a legitimate karaoke place with like the giant screen and the couches and the microphone and some Chinese guy, $25 for 2 hours. So I pull up.
Some of them are Asian places, I just want to say. 2024.
Sorry for not being with the times. But I pull up there and I'm the first one there, and I'm like, oh shit, because I realize what it is, right? I call a mutual friend of ours who's also a comic, and I'm like, hey, I'm at this karaoke thing meeting with Gino tonight. I'm thinking of backing out. What the hell should I tell him? She's like, don't back out. Just go there and have fun. What harm could it do? And I'm thinking, you know what? All right, no problem. So Gino shows up. I get out of the car and I tell him, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'm just here for the chicks. And he goes, I figured that. And then I'm like, all right, no problem. The girls show up. They all have boyfriends. So I'm like, mother. So we go inside anyway, right? And, they have some rap song playing, Cop Car by Lil Wayne.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they have that one.
They were getting lit in there.
Yeah, and then there was somebody played House of Pain's Jump Around.
Ooh, that's a fun karaoke one.
Yeah. And then for some strange reason, the song I'll Make Love to You by Boys to Men started.
Hell yeah.
Now,
Dude, you know what's a great karaoke song?
What?
Everybody should play Drop It Like It's Hot every time they
Snoop
do
Dogg?
karaoke.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a phenomenal karaoke song.
just censor yourself with the Crip stuff,
Yeah.
You don't want a set rolling up on you in 5 minutes. But
We want to join your organization.
yeah, what's up, bud?
The worst thing you can do in karaoke, by the way, is play fucking country music. I know.
I love country music. What are you
It's not
talking about?
karaoke music.
Oh, come on.
It's good music. It's not for karaoke.
It is karaoke music. You don't hear.
If you play a little Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, fine.
No. There is one song, one country song that is one of my top karaoke songs.
Okay.
There ought to be a law. Get the sheriff
On the phone. Lord have mercy, how'd she even get them bridges on with that honky tonk, but donk-a-donk.
Keep it perfect rhythm, make you wanna swing along. Got it going on like Donkey Kong. Now, really, shut my mouth, slap your grandma.
Or Tony.
There ought to be a law, get the sheriff on the phone. Lord have mercy, how she even get them britches on with that honky tonk, but donk-a-donk.
Beautiful. Fuck yeah.
That is one of the best karaoke songs of all time.
I agree. Trace Atkins is the man.
Trace Atkins is the fucking man.
Yeah,
I will not let you shame.
Did you even know
So-
who that song was by until just now?
No, I knew who that song was by.
I knew.
No, I know you.
I knew who that
I don't know
song
about
was
him.
by.
No, because we were talking about that on Tuesday. Shout out to Brittany Bishop, by the way.
My friend.
So, to continue the story, I don't mean to cut you off.
You're all good.
So, Boys to Men, I'll Make Love to You starts playing.
Okay.
And Gino's duetting with some girl, who's obviously there with her
That's
boyfriend.
beautiful.
And my three go-to genres when I listen to music, not a lot of people know this, are country, blues, and R&B. I like this smooth.
I think country's great. I just think a lot of these slow-ass country songs aren't for karaoke.
Right. But being that R&B is one of the genres that I tend to go to, so at times, I know that song. I kind of love to. So the second verse comes around, and I'm like, fuck it. I grab the mic, and I start singing the second verse. Gino's losing his goddamn mind. Everybody's got their cameras out, because I'm the only white guy in the room. They're like, look at the white guy singing! Look at the white guy singing! And I'm like, I drop the mic. I'm like, this is awkward. This is awkward. 2 songs later...
They got the comic with some stage fright.
I'm a comedian, not a musician.
I'm like that with karaoke, too, actually.
But 2 songs later, and one of the hotter girls, she's up at the machine where you pick the songs,
Right.
And she's, asking everybody, what do you want to play next? I'm thinking she's looking for something for her to sing, and I'm a Prince fan, so I'm like, let's hear you sing some Prince, right? When Doves Cry by Prince comes on, Gino stands over me with the mic up like this, like he's about to beat the shit out of me with it. He's like, dude, you better sing this song, motherfucker. You better sing this song. I'm like, okay.
I love how Johnny Lambrose is talking about Gino, black guy, and he's just holding his hand sideways.
Well, that's how he was
Pretending the mic is a fucking gun.
That's how he was holding the mic. I kid you not. Let's say you're me and I'm him. You better sing this song, motherfucker.
Like he's about to shank him.
Yeah.
The mic is a little bit round, Gino.
Yeah. Shout out to Gino, by the way. I
out
hope
to
he's
Gino
doing well.
strong.
Shout out
Gino.
He's been doing a lot of city gigs.
Yeah.
Like Bronx, Brooklyn.
No,
out there.
he's been doing good.
Yeah, I won't go to the city for any comedy gig.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to deal with the creeps.
No,
Yeah.
I get that.
It's like one minute I hear, you should go to the city, everything's fine. And next minute I hear, a shaking happened in the Bronx today. And I'm like, yeah.
And it's 2 blocks over. No, the funny thing was when I met PJ, I had this shirt on with a unicorn on it in flames, and it had a kitty riding on it, and it was holding this fucking gun. This kitty was packing, bro.
And the cat had lasers coming out of its eyes, and it was a sleeveless shirt, and there was pink and blue. I was supposed to do a gig for a booker at Broadway.
Okay.
And I had 4 bringers. This was back when I was starting. I was like, yeah, I just want to get my toes in the city. It was raining that day. I took the train, and those 4 drove. They totaled their car, got into an accident on the Parkway.
Oh, wow.
Couldn't make it. The guy was like, did they prepay for the tickets? I was like, no. He was like, listen, if you have like $75, you can go up and do like 7 minutes. And I poked him.
$75 for 7 minutes.
Yes.
This is Broadway?
You're out of your fucking mind.
Another reason why I am not going to the city.
To pay for 3 of the fucking tickets. And I was like, pal, I just paid for a semester. I don't got it. And he said, I could do 60. I poked my head and there's 11 people in there, or like 12 people. I'm like, have a good day.
I've had a producer reach out to me trying to get me to sell tickets for a show in the city, not promising me pay, but promising me exposure. I'm like, first of all, dude, I'm not famous, so no one I know loves me that much to where they're going to come all the way out to the city to watch me do 6 minutes on one of your shows.
Yeah.
You know, he said, well, come on. And he gave me the same line. It's good exposure. It's good exposure. I'm like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, a million of them are good exposure, not the one.
Yeah, no, when there's a million of them that are good for exposure, none of them are good for exposure.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you're not going to get people to last that long.
Yeah, no shot.
Right.
But
you might get it for the first few shows. It's not going to last. I've tried.
Either way, I was respectful to the guy. I was like, just have a good night, man. They already knew me there, so I went downstairs to the green room bar.
Now, how long have you been doing stand-up?
I've been doing it for, I've been like in the community consistently for about 2 years now, but I started it about 3. I started when I was 18.
What year did you start?
2021.
And what year did you start?
I started in 2018.
Okay.
Or no, 20. Yeah, 20.
But he's been
early
super
2021.
consistent.
Yeah, 3 years ago today.
He's been super consistent with it for years. I've been consistent with this.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I'm just. I mean, me and my buddies have a production company.
Either way,
we've
we
been
put a
running
mic
shows
by the
out
mouth.
of. I got the.
How you doing? Either way, we put a mic by the mouth. How you doing?
Exactly.
What?
What's it called? I mean, I got that show at Betty's now. I mean, I have a mic that I run, a monthly show I run.
Right.
I eat, sleep, breathe comedy.
That's beautiful.
I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. I've always watched stand-up since I was a kid. I've always wanted to do it. And then finally I was like, fuck it. I'm old now. I can do it. And then I did it, started.
That's basically what I told myself when I started. I'm not getting any younger. Might as well give it a shot.
Yeah, I was like, I'm 18. This is the age. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And then everyone who started when they were 30 was like, man, I wish I started when I was 18. And I'm like,
Well,
snooze, you lose.
in my opinion, anyone can start at any age.
Anyone can start any time.
Hell
Yeah. It's not like, once you're 50, it's too late. you
Yeah.
know? It's not like boxing,
There's people that start when they're in their 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
I've seen people do that.
I saw a comic in her 90s kill it in the little room over there.
She just
time.
started?
Really?
This was a while ago. I don't know how
Okay.
long she'd been up there, but she was part of this showcase that I was watching.
Okay.
And they're like, please welcome so-and-so. And they helped her up. And I'm thinking, this is going to be,
Oh,
sweet.
that's great.
I'm thinking at first this is going to be sweet grandmother material. My grandson's quite silly. But she had some funny shit. And I was blown away. I approached her afterwards. I'm like, you did fantastic. And she was so nice. She was like, oh, thank you. I didn't think people would like me. I'm like, nonsense. You're amazing.
Oh, my God, you're great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. That's always been the thing with me. If I like
He
you
went
as a
up to her and
performer,
said,
you're
"Who
gonna know
we?"
that,
He went up to-
not that me liking you will give you any career boost.
Well, yeah,
'Cause who the fuck am I?
He went up to her and said, "Hoo-wee, shut my mouth, slap you, Grandma." Fucking hell.
No, I'm the same way. I'm the thing is I'm not in it just like, oh, I want to be a famous comedian. It's just like I'm in it just because I love comedy. So it's like, so that's why I like running the mic that I run. So it's like I get to see when like new comics come fresh out the woodwork,
Right.
and it's like, oh, I need help with this. Sure, hey, can I do a little more time? Sure, do more time. Prep for your first show. Say less.
Do you go to a mic on a weekly basis to brush up your stuff and
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. I mean, I'm doing comedy. I just got my first car 2 weeks ago. So
what kind?
2013 Ford Focus.
Look at that.
Right.
Okay.
It's not bad. Got it from my friend's mom.
I got an even bigger soccer mom car than he does.
I drive a Pinto with 4 different size tires.
Beautiful.
People thought it was hysterical. No,
I bet you did it on purpose, too.
No, I drive a Nissan. But,
Oh, beautiful.
yeah.
But yeah, no, comedy for me is at least 5 nights a week minimum.
Good for you.
Because I'm running Betty's every Thursday. I have my mic every Wednesday.
Don't tell me Betty's is the name of that strip bar you work at.
Yeah,
Black Betty's.
Black Betty's.
Bam-a-lam.
Black Betty's.
Black Betty's Saloon and Go-Go.
Oh, okay. It's good that it's not just called Betty's. You
No.
know?
Black Betty's
Black
or Betty
Betty's.
White's.
Black Betty's Saloon and Go-Go.
Okay.
Oh my God,
It's got like
dude,
it's like a cowboy feel.
dude,
to
I
it.
kind of, dude.
No. But it's called a saloon.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. No, I kind of wish he was driving with 4 different size tires now.
That'd be kind of funny.
That's like coming out of the house in one cowboy boot and one sandal.
Yeah. No socks on the sandal, neither.
I know. I want to see that shit.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
worn mismatched socks plenty of times.
Oh, mismatched socks are the best.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
You know, I used to drive my father insane. Why do you have one ankle on and one long sock on? I'm like, because it's Tuesday.
On Wednesday, I'll switch the feet.
Only on Tuesdays, dude.
Did you notice on Wednesdays I switch the feet, Pop? Huh? It's the new trend going on over here.
Oh, I didn't finish the long story short. I went down to the bar. I got drinks because they knew me. They charged me comic prices. I went upstairs and I was like, I'm not wasting a trip out to the city. So
This is the night that Joey Diaz was hanging with you?
no, this is the night I met John at Broadway, the $75 ticket guy.
Basically, what he's trying to say is when
Long story short,
when he saw my
Faggot.
when he saw my shirt, his autism took over and he kept staring at me.
no, that's not what happened at all. That's why I was telling the story, you piece of shit. I was standing outside. I didn't want to waste a trip to the city, so I was like, "Fuck it." When audience members would walk out, I was just running bits off of them, and then when comics would walk out, I'd get their Instagram, shoot the shit, whatever, network.
yeah.
So I'm not wasting a trip. I'll just loiter outside. And then this dude comes out, and he was wearing whatever shirt he was wearing, and I was like, "This guy's interesting." So we just start shooting the shit. I start bouncing material off of him, and then he's like, "Hey, I have a radio show. You want to come by sometime?" I was like, "Sure." And now I'm the co-host.
There you go.
Yeah, that's basically how that worked. We just kept.
What's up, yo?
He just kept
There's a
coming
guy out
back.
there.
I tell everybody all the time it's, an open door policy, and he was the first one to take advantage of it.
I mean, I have a never say no rule with comedy. If I have an opportunity, I'm doing it.
Yeah, so
Do you have the same policy with this show?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
Come by whenever.
All right. I'll send some midget strippers.
You're welcome.
We were
anytime.
talking about Mini Kiss before the show. I don't know if you were in the room yet.
I saw them live in November, and there was a black lady midget dressed up as Mrs. Claus watching the show. So they threw her on stage. Like, they didn't put her on stage. Like, they grabbed her and put her in a catapult. She was a midget. She fit, and they flung her on stage. And she was just shaking ass on stage in the Mrs. Claus outfit. So there's 4 midgets on stage just, I was made for loving you, baby. And then there's just a black Santa Claus midget on stage just...
Oh, my God.
PJ just twerked for
And
the
I
camera.
was like, I did just work for the camera. I had to give the visual aid. She just started, dude, she was dropping ass. yo.
There's a little bit of a delay in the studio,
Yeah,
so
no,
Johnny's
I'm waiting for
it.
the delay to catch up. I'm waiting to see me twerk.
Yeah, let's see how
I'm like half waiting, but I'm not.
You guys
really.
are watching us, watching me.
wait, wait, hold
There's me
There
playing
it
the
is.
guitar.
There's
He's
guitar.
strumming.
And,
Hell yeah, I hear guitar good. And then,
And, all right, cue the stripper music.
oh hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh look at
Yo,
that. twerk.
shout out to us doing the first live reaction to our own video. Wow,
First here at Govs Podcast.
Dude, I think that's a first ever. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. So, I mean, like I said, I've had you on Hot Tag Takes before in the past.
The phone in, right?
Yeah, and you talked a little bit about how you started in comedy, how you started in pro wrestling, what your first match was that you saw. We talked about stuff like that. You talked about some of the pro wrestlers in the Long Island scene, including names like Tony Nese. You talked about that on the show. You talked about MJF as well, former AEW world champion, most recently. Longest reign in AEW history.
MJF and Nese would have to be the biggest stars I've brushed shoulders with during my run.
Yeah.
Because MJF has done phenomenal for
He's
himself.
done
in
amazing.
AEW. And if you look at Tony Nese, first cruiserweight to win the belt at WrestleMania, headlined the Garden several times.
Yep.
Was on Monday Night Raw a lot.
Yep.
Like when it comes to the top of the scale of Long Island pro wrestling, he's up there. Like right along with Mick Foley and Mikey Whipwreck and all the
Holy shit!
Yeah,
those are some names.
Mikey Whipwreck's another guy I met too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I never worked with him, but he was in the dressing room.
Does Mikey Whipwreck still wrestle?
Yes.
Because he was big back in the 90s in ECW.
He still wrestles and he still gets hardcore, which why I don't know. The guy's, I guess, in his 50s.
Wow.
You gotta slow down.
And he's doing hard, and he's still doing hardcore wrestling.
He's still gigging. He's still getting hit with shit. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah,
Shout out to him. So like how hardcore are we talking here? Are we talking like light tubes?
Well, if you look up NYWC Psycho Circus and watch up clips from the most recent one they had, you'll see them.
Because there's levels. Some people just break out the barbed wire, put it on the back. Some people break out the tacks. Then there's other people getting light tubes and explosives.
I've never seen light tubes at any shows that I've been on that have had hardcore matches. I've seen tasers. I've seen barbed wire.
Have you seen fire?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
The late Balls Mahoney was in a barbed wire death match.
Wow.
And it was him and this guy, Big Jim Sullivan, and they did a thing where they had a barbed wire 2x4, but under where the barbed wire was this black tape. And it looked out of the ordinary. Like an average fan would be like, "What's the tape for?" Then he doused the tape with lighter fluid and set the barbed wire ablaze and started spinning like crazy. They had fire marshals there, just in case.
Well, yeah, I'm sure if you got a fire spot.
Yeah. I never chose to partake in any of that.
That's fun.
I mean,
you're out of your mind.
you want to get hit with barbed wire on fire?
Dude, if it gets me views, dude,
if it gets me clicks, I'll light myself on fire.
If it puts asses in seats at the next show I produce, I'm doing it.
Fucking PJ Morin and Steve-O. They're going to do something together.
Oh, yeah.
That's because his generation was eating Tide Pods.
Moran, he's going to take barbed wire in the butthole.
Hey, PJ, you're a young guy. How many guys do you know that ate Tide Pods?
I know
Serious
none actually.
question.
I know no Tide Pod eaters.
I was gonna say because you guys had Tide Pods. Tony's group had Pet Rocks.
What do you people have? You guys have Tech Decks.
Well, Tech Decks aren't that. Tech Decks are pretty tame compared to the other two.
I would say.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30. Yeah. I'm right around the same age. I'm 29.
Probably the old school Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh, they still have those.
Yeah. But
I was gonna say a couple of my nephews have those. They collect them.
But I was into it way back then, like 99, 2000. That's when I, was into that.
When it was like huge.
Yeah. Then I got
before Yu-Gi-Oh changed and had like 17,000 different rules.
It became too Japanesey, with the anime. It's like that Peter Griffin scene from Family Guy where he's watching anime all drunk. He's like, I don't understand. Everyone's either a 12-year-old girl or a monster. No, but
I did make a Has-Been Hotel reference, and I just thought of it again.
No, but there is plenty of the hardcore stuff on the indie scene today. I never chose to partake in it because with the way Rocky and Louie trained me, was very much from the old school state of mind.
Right.
And plus I wasn't going to risk cutting my forehead because God forbid the blade goes too deep. I could slice an artery and, fuck my face up,
Yeah. And I mean, people cut themselves so much that some of them get scarred up there.
I mean, Ric Flair, you can't see from far away, but if you look at him in person, you can see the lines, across. And guys like Abdullah the Butcher or New Jack when he was alive, who would dig downward instead of across, you would see all these, their foreheads would look like railroad maps. That's how jacked up it was. So I always, had the initiative during my matches where if I were to bleed, this wouldn't be as believable as, say, a busted nose.
Okay.
Not that I would purposely tell the guy to freaking bust my nose.
Yeah.
But if it happened, I wouldn't be pissed.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, because it does happen. Sometimes the adrenaline kicks in a little too hard, and we get a little more physical than we planned. Yeah. Because we're not going out there to hurt each other. We're going out there to put on a believable physical contest.
Sometimes when you're trying to do something believable, the adrenaline kicks in. You punch somebody in the nose. It happens.
Yeah.
I busted a dude's nose open on a lockup.
Whoa.
One time, and that was a total mistake. The beginning of the match was a horrible tie-up. Came in, and he's like, fuck. I'm like, what's the matter? And he wouldn't say nothing, so I pulled him in. We do the universal spot. Then he rolls out, comes back in, blood's just pouring down his face like this. I'm like, did I do that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, boot me. You know, I gave him a chance to receipt me right there, and then we just continued.
Yeah,
You know?
that's fair.
But yeah, like sometimes that shit happens, and whenever it would happen with me, I wouldn't necessarily get mad at it. I would just look at it more of, you know, like, cool, this is going to come off more believable. But this isn't as believable. Like, you ever seen? Are you a wrestling fan or no?
No, I don't follow my wrestling. No.
Okay, but I'm sure I know you are.
I mean, he's got a good picture in his head.
What I know is what he knows.
He's trying to light himself on fire for views. I think he's fine.
Yeah,
but I know you're a wrestling fan, John.
Yes.
You've seen matches where like guys will like get like thrown into poles, like the ring post or something like that, and then 5 minutes later they're bleeding. That's not believable because they're hitting a solid. What's going to cut you off a solid? You know, if I throw your head against this wall right now, you're not going to bleed.
I was going to say, you got to hit it pretty fucking hard.
Yeah, you're going to bruise, but you're not going to bleed. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why, you know, I chose to really not do to go the blade route, nor did I ever want to go that extreme. You know, like if weapons were ever involved, there were more solids, you know, in my matches. Chairs, garbage cans, canes, you know, things along that line.
What's the worst thing you've been hit with?
The worst thing I've been hit with, a Singapore cane right between the eyes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a Long Island death match with Bobby Dream. It's on YouTube right now. He decided to run away from me in the opening of the match, which wasn't planned, but I'm thinking, fuck it, let me chase him. I'm the babyface, he's the heel, you know. Run around, playing the whole cat and mouse thing, you know. He goes over to this garbage can that had weapons in it, pulls out the cane, and I don't see what he has. I just see him, and he turns around and just clocks me right here, you know. So I'm just like, I'm taking a second to regather my thoughts.
Yeah.
Then he hit me again, which kind of woke me up. I'm like, okay, motherfucker, you know, we went after him. But that match was just chaotic in general because, you know.
I'm sure.
The ring was broken. The match prior to us, the top rope snapped. And on top of that, the floorboards were uneven. So we didn't just fight.
You were just working with what you had at that point.
Yeah, we didn't just fight in the ring. And it was the last match of the night, too. So we had to do something to send the people home, like, you know.
Happy.
Yeah. So we were in the ring, we were outside the ring, we were all over the place. This was at the Ronkonkoma Firehouse on Portia Road.
Wow.
We're out on the floor amongst the people, you know, just all that kind of stuff. And towards the very end, here's a little insider story pulling the curtain back. Obviously, I wrestled without my glasses. Without these glasses, I'm nearsighted. So if I take these off, I can see that you guys are here, but I can't see your faces clearly. You know, I just know you're right there.
yeah.
So the ref comes to me and he goes, watch out for the baseball slide with the chair. Bobby Dream, my opponent, was in the ring with a chair, and he was going to give me a baseball slide as he saw me coming. Mm-hmm. He gives me the baseball slide. I'm selling. I see the chair on the ground, you know, and I call to Bobby because he's about to dive at me with one of those, like, Larry Heading axe handle type jumps, you know. I was going to catch him and slam him on the chair, but I'm calling to him as he's coming at me. I'm like, slam on the chair, protect yourself, slam on the chair. And he didn't say nothing, so I'm thinking, cool, you know, he's good with the spot. If he wasn't, he could have just gotten out of it.
Yeah.
I go to slam him on the chair. Little did I realize, because of my glasses not being on and being nearsighted, the lip of the chair was upward, which made it a little more dangerous. Normally, the seat of the chair would have to be upward.
Right.
So I slam him on the chair. He gets up, clocks me in the face for real, live round, boom, puts me in a front face lock, you know, and he's literally trying to choke me. He's like, you motherfucker, you know, the lip was up, blah, blah, blah. So we were legitimately fighting for probably 2 minutes, you know, and I say 2 minutes because it didn't feel that long.
Yeah.
His manager was knocked out on the ground from a previous spot. Well, he was playing dead, really. And the promoter was over by the curtain. Both of them are trying to call to us to take the match home, which means end it, you know. Finally, we're like, you know what, fuck it, let's just take it home. I throw him in, and then we did the finish right there. As I'm walking to the back, every other wrestler back there who was watching the match prior, they're all standing in a circle like they're waiting for something to happen. Meanwhile, I'm walking in like, what, are you expecting a show?
Yeah, really.
The show's over. Get out of here. You
Yeah,
know?
we did. We had the show in there.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
What are you expecting, an encore? You know? It was literally like high school, like when the kid encounters the bully and all the other students like, ooh, what's gonna happen?
We just
Picture
did a
that
show
with
within a
grown
show.
fucking men, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, come on, man.
You know, it's one of the many reasons why I'm no longer as active in pro wrestling as I used to be, because, you know, it's like high school. You know?
Egos.
It's all these egos and all these, you know, these testosterone-driven, you know, dudes who think they're God when in reality they're just Ain't a character.
They're just a dude. They're just a dude in Long Island.
Yeah. You know.
I know a dude who had a similar experience.
And I'm sure it's no different in boxing and MMA with those guys, you know.
It's probably worse.
I mean, I've watched The Ultimate Fighter. I've seen plenty of
Probably worse.
dumb shit on there. But continue. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was going to say, no, I have a buddy of mine who used to do pro wrestling out on the West Coast, and he said it was pretty similar out there. So I've heard. I mean, that's what I like about comedy. I mean, comedy can be cliquey here and there.
Yeah.
But, like, like if you can get past the few, like, rough around the edges, like it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's not. It's what I find is people are very supportive. Like at the mics I run, I try to bring a very supportive energy and try to pass that along to the other people that they bring that other places.
I am all for that, but that doesn't mean I allow myself to be disrespected, because there have been.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because there have been times where I've encountered a few people on the scene. You know, nobody in this room, thank God, but about a few people on the scene who have done some things to give me a reason to not like them, and you know, they shall forever remain unnamed. But you know, I don't. You know, in wrestling, I felt like I had to have this protective barrier. You know, because the best way to describe the behind-the-scenes aspect of wrestling is prison with a military pecking order. You know, like there are the veterans you got to answer to. There are the guys who have been around for a while, but then you also don't know who to trust many times. You got to watch your shit 24/7 because someone might fuck with your bag. You know, you got to make sure that no one's trying to destroy your reputation. You know, say if you have a drink in the locker room in an open cup, don't leave it around them. You know, I saw a dude.
It's going.
Yeah, I saw a dude drinking a Pepsi, put it down. This dude walked by with a pan full of pills, dropped it in, and walked away.
Oh, fuck
dude
that
came
guy.
back, drank the Pepsi, and continued on about his night. I didn't see him ever again. But I wondered what the hell happened. But I'm sure I have a good idea.
I mean, nothing good.
Yeah, you know, like you hear about ribs in pro wrestling. You know,
That's more than a rib.
Yeah.
You ruined a guy's reputation, probably.
A regular rib is a lighthearted, practical joke, like kicking the door in when he's taking a shit or something, which has happened to me. I've been on the receiving end.
Okay, that's a rib.
But then they've been taken overboard. You know, ribs in pro wrestling are done for one of two reasons: either because you like the guy,
Or because you hate the guy.
or because you hate the guy and you want to run him out. You know, and I've seen a lot of them where it's because they hate the guy and they want to run him out. You know, so it's just a fucked up environment. You know, but I haven't seen any of that here. You know, in comedy, thank God.
Yeah.
And I feel unlike when I'm around them. You know, when I'm like I was saying, when I'm around the wrestling, the guys in wrestling, I feel I got to keep this barrier up, this protective. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Keep your guard up.
Keep my guard up. But when I'm around fellow comics, you know, I don't necessarily feel that way. I feel like I can be more me, and you know, let the barriers down. It's one of the many reasons why I, you know, like this so much. You know.
Yeah.
You know, in many ways, this comedy played a part. It was one of the things that helped play a part in saving my life. So I'm forever indebted to it. This comedy owes me nothing, you know.
Yeah.
But I owe it everything. So
I love that.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Talk to me a little bit about your mentors, like Rocky Fabiano.
Rocky Shore, Louis Fabiano.
Rocky Shore, Louis Fabiano.
That's
Sorry, I got him mixed up.
That's a good combo name, though.
Yeah, I mean...
I started training at the first thing I ever did as far as working towards the business was I was a timekeeper for this company called the Suffolk Wrestling Alliance.
Okay.
There was a big indie show happening called Fan Fest where 3 independent companies came together and got to put on this big, you know, there's a lot of big names there like Badass Billy Gunn and the Road Dogg and X-Pac and Low Key and all those guys.
They had like half a DX there in one room already.
Yeah, they had a bunch of Attitude Era guys there too. Like China was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was PWS that ran the first show, Pro Wrestling Syndicate. I don't think they're around, but they would be in Jersey.
Okay.
The second show was Suffolk Wrestling Alliance, and the third show, which wrapped up the night, was FTW, Fight the World Wrestling.
Okay.
I'm Fred. What's up?
I said, fuck the what?
No, it used to be called Fuck the World Wrestling. But for censorship, they have to switch it up.
Fuck.
But I'm friends with the promoter for Suffolk Wrestling Alliance, a gentleman named Johnny Malloy. And Johnny invited me once the second show was about to start. I remember he sent his fiance / business assistant out to tell me that he would like to speak to me. So I'm thinking, oh, this is different, you know.
Yeah.
I go to the back. He goes, we need a timekeeper tonight. How do you feel about helping out? And I'm like, sure, no problem. And they showed me how to do it. It was easy to learn. And that night in 2011 was the first night that I started paying dues towards the business, but I wasn't necessarily trained yet. So that was literally all I could do. Fast forward to October 2011, my dad comes home from work. He was a FedEx driver at the time with a business card for the Ringside Pro Wrestling Training School in Shirley, which no longer exists, run by Louis Fabiano and Rocky Shore. I go there, tell him who I am, you know, and I'm a timekeeper for so-and-so, looking to learn, and I put in 10 months of training and learning from the ground up, and then eventually they were like, you know, we got to get you ready for your first match, and they trained me for my first match, and July 2012, I had my first match against Mark Static at the Shirley Bingo Hall, which is no longer exists either.
So you were 18 at the time?
I was 19. I was 19.
I was gonna say I'm doing the math in my head now.
Yeah, I started paying my dues at 17. Started training at 18. Had my first match at 19.
Okay.
And I stopped at 23. You know, 22, 23.
Got it.
But I had my first match with Mark, and that's on YouTube right now. If you look up Boondocks versus Mark Static, ECPW, July 2012.
Were you Mark Static?
Boondocks.
Oh, Boondocks.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah. Did
that come from the show?
No. I just like the name. You know. It was first Boondocks, then it was the Rocky Mountain Madman, Boondocks, then it was John Boondocks Sawyer, and then it just went back to Boondocks again before I, quit. Because I worked for different companies. Okay. And some of them were like, we need a full name from you, a first name and a last name. I'm like, well, just use my name. Well, what's your real name? John Lambrose. Your last name's not that gimmicky, kid. You need a gimmick last name. I'm like, what the fuck?
Boondock Sawyer.
Yeah. I threw a bunch of suggestions, and they went with John Boondocks, Sawyer. And I think I was the cold-blooded country boy at one point, but all the same gimmick, just this woodsman, axe-wielding fucking maniac,
I love it.
Who would have been perfect for the hardcore scene, but I just wasn't my thing.
Yeah, it would have been a nice character.
Yeah. But I went more the old school route, the Bruiser Brody, Stan Hansen, Cactus Jack before the Japan tour,
Still, it's a nice little flashback.
Yeah, it is. It is. But I wrestled with the Patriot, not Del Wilkes.
What?
Not Del Wilkes, the other Patriot.
Okay, not the guy that was in there with Bret Hart, right?
No.
Okay. I was about to say.
Tom Brandy, who was Salvatore Sincere in the WWF. I teamed with him. I wrestled Andrew Anderson, who's a very big star in the independents. He's been on shows like Gotham and a couple of other stuff. He did a lot of work with Ace Frehley from Kiss.
Nice.
Doing what? I don't know. He's a Jersey guy too, so you've probably seen him around. Probably
not many.
I've not seen him around, but I know he's a Jersey guy.
Not just Ace Frehley, but Andrew Anderson. He's also a Jersey guy.
He is.
Wow, I did not know that.
Andrew the Reinforcer Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, a lot of names are thrown out.
I found him.
That's all right. The first company I worked for, East Coast Pro Wrestling, they're based out of Jersey. In Lake Hiawatha. So there's probably a chance you probably saw an advertisement somewhere.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Mm-hmm. Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more of a chance.
I'm not a big wrestling
you're
guy. When I see it, it's in one, out the other. I'm not a big sports guy. But I gym. That's about it.
Eventually,
he just lifts, bro.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Thanks.
I eventually went over to the New York Wrestling Connection, which is one of the biggest independent promotions on Long Island. That's where the John Boondock Sawyer name started.
Yeah.
And, it was there where I've worked with Tony Nese. I worked with another former WWE talent whose name I'd rather not say because he was, I can tell you off camera.
All right.
But
he was kind of a jerk.
Yeah, one of those friendly to your face, but shit, I'll get behind your back kind of guys. Yeah.
I would come across a handful of those in comedy.
And the thing, but the fucked up thing was, I didn't know he was like that till after I left.
Okay.
Once I left, guys started coming out of the woodwork like, hey, dude, you should have heard this. You should have heard this. I'm like, why didn't you tell me when I was there? Like, come on.
Yeah.
But I remember one show in particular, the promoter tells us that Mick Foley was coming in because they were doing their very first Hall of Fame ceremony, and they were inducting both Mikey Whipwreck and Mike Mondo, a.k.a. Mikey from the Spirit Squad.
Oh, wow.
Another talent who I've met and brushed shoulders with. Mick Foley was going to be part of Whipwreck's induction speech because I don't know if you remember from back in the ECW days, they were tag team champions at one point.
They were, yeah.
I do remember that. And they did a lot of work together.
I think I saw that match when they became it.
Mm-hmm. So,
and then they had a feud after that, right?
Yeah, they had a lot of history. So I remember it was earlier in the day, and the promoter tells us, look, we're getting Mick in. No one knows he's here. Don't say nothing to nobody. Don't leak the information out. Meanwhile, Mick didn't give a fuck. He was just hanging out in the parking lot the whole night until showtime. And my brother texted me. He's like, hey, when did Mick come here? And I'm thinking, who leaked the information? Meanwhile, he's just out in the parking lot drinking a Pepsi like, hey, what's going on?
Mick was just chilling, man.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I tried to get him on Hot Tag Takes at one point. He just seems like super down to earth dude.
You should still get him on. He's a great conversationalist. If that makes sense.
Might be easier to get him on here.
Yeah. Well, he's done Governors before.
Has he?
Yeah. Tony didn't he do Governors a few times?
I didn't see it, so I don't know if he was trying stand-up. I don't know what he did, but yes, he has appeared here. I don't know if it was a Q&A. Again, I have no idea what he did, but he has appeared here, yeah.
Probably broke out the sock puppets.
Yeah, right.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got socks over in wrestling. It was pretty cool. Yeah, he got a sock puppet over. He would put a sock in people's mouth, choke them with it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, my God. You would love it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He needed something at one point because his body was breaking down to help him shy away from the hardcore side and show more of like a comical side.
Oh, you want to talk about the hardcore side?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Mick was insane. If you look up his stuff in Japan that he did with Onita and all those guys, just...
Nothing will ever leave a bigger impression, I think, to anybody who's seen it than the match with The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Nothing leaves a bigger impression when you think of somebody sacrificing their body for wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want anything to leave a bigger impression, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I got to show you that after we do get off the air.
Beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. Get me more into wrestling.
But we have a couple more minutes left. I know we got to get off the air around 2:05, so... If you have anything going on that you want to plug, definitely feel free to plug it, even if it's just a mic, anything in the area.
I'll be at the Rectal Hut on September 4th. It's easy to get to. Just go slow. No, I'm only kidding.
We're big dudes. That's what we do. I was going to say, I got married a couple months ago. We're not Mr. and Mrs. We're Lord and Lady. We go slow. Tony.
How is she doing, by the way?
She's good, man. Everything's been good. Same shit, different day.
That's good.
They're a great couple to third wheel for.
Okay.
They're a great one because
that's what we aim for.
Because they're not like I'll get a room couple. They're like those fucking two.
Yeah,
I would be. She wouldn't let me.
I met his lady before. I think it was at that show we did.
At Coasters?
Yeah, Coasters.
I missed that place, dude.
Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier.
No, but the only thing going on with me, Farrell's Tavern open mic every Tuesday. Hosted by the great Mike Tanzi. You can.
Okay.
It's open to the public every Tuesday night, 7:30 at Farrell's Tavern in Ronkonkoma. But you can. It's right by the expressway, so there's a Carvel at the parking lot, and it's not hard to miss if you're familiar with the Ronkonkoma Islip area.
Yeah,
it should be easy.
You should be able to find it for sure.
You're more than welcome to come through if you're ever in town.
If I'm ever in town on a Tuesday, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I would do it, 100%.
If I'm ever around on a Tuesday, I'll be here.
Tony, same thing. If you want to come by.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate you being on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, I can't have a first show with anybody else, so
thank you.
I just wanted to tell you thank you.
This is a fun first show, dude.
Yo, his mentors are coming on, I think sometime in May I have them booked for. May or June.
Really?
It was June 14th, actually.
Something like that.
Yeah, I got to double check, but that's what I think it is.
Am I allowed to tag along?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
100%. I would love Johnny Lambrose to be here.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. This was a fun time.
I was going to say, do you want to see somebody go through a table, Tony?
Through a table?
Yeah, why not?
If
it happens, it happens. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. I'm all for violence.
100%. I just wanted to see what he'd say.
This is coming from the same guy who made a big deal about me supposedly slamming Mo Melts that one time. Remember when I came in?
Oh, you slam Mo Melts? What kind of slam was this?
I didn't slam Mo Melts, but the whole time he was like, I think Johnny Lambrose is going to body slam somebody. Who's Johnny Lambrose going to body slam? And then Mo Melts was like,
Mo Melts said that?
No, he said it, and then Mo Melts was like, I'll do it.
She was so excited to get slammed.
It didn't happen.
Shout out to Mo Melts.
But the whole time, even in the advertisement for the show, it was like, Johnny Lambrose is coming on, and he's going to wrestle Mo Melts. I'm like, don't put the pressure on.
No, we got to do. We got to book Mo Melts and bring Johnny Lambrose on to see and start talking about slamming.
She was all for it. That's all I have to say. She was all for it.
We got to bring Karen Prince back here for you.
I'd rather avoid the lawsuit.
I mean, if she's all for it. Look, you got a couch, you got a table,
Listen,
you got
pal, I'm friends with the notary. I can get something drafted up and written in an
That's
hour.
all right. I'll let her significant other body slam her. If she has one.
If that's what she's feeling that
If
night.
not, you could become that.
We're just friends.
I'm joking.
What do you try to set up here, PJ?
I'm joking.
What are you trying to get him into
the
here?
young matchmaker over here?
Listen, personally, I have.
Mo's a ginger too, by the way.
Quite frankly,
Really?
Yeah.
My mom's name is Mo, and she's a ginger.
She could
your
be
mom's
the
name
mom.
is Mo.
Well, her name is Morin, but she's Aunt Mo.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
To my cousin, she's Aunt Mo.
So that's what Mo is short for.
Yeah, Maureen.
Maureen.
I'm thinking of Mo's Tavern from The Simpsons.
I was just thinking of Mo.
Yeah. Is there a homosexual here? Remember that?
She's a Momo-sexual. That's why she wanted to get body slammed. If she does come on here, I'm saying that.
Anyone? I'm looking for a league key stool. Everyone, check around here. I know we got a league key stool,
buddy.
Oh, if anybody wants to follow me to my car, please don't. But if you want to follow me on the socials, it's at Johnny Boy Comic, and feel free to throw up in any of the pictures.
Beautiful.
If you want to follow me, I really don't have much of an ass, so there's really nothing for you to look at. Just so you guys know.
We're on Only Comics, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's not that impressive.
If you want to follow me anywhere, I'm going to be taking the Garden State Parkway, exit 137. But if you want to follow me,
Only if you're cute.
Oh, well, I mean, listen, Uglies.
You're not cute if you're on Only Comics. So no.
Listen, Uglies deserve kisses too. You get kisses from your wife.
Fair.
This just got so awkward.
I know.
Especially because I could see my own ass right now.
I called him ugly.
At Johnny Boy Comic on social media if you want to find me.
And also make sure you guys subscribe to Governor's Comedy Club on YouTube, as well as Hot Tag Takes with John
the Mecca.
Brecko and Friends.
What's up? Huh?
As well as Hot Tag Takes with John Brecko and Friends. We recently just passed 500 subscribers.
Fuck yeah. We hit a milestone right before our first Governor's show.
We're at 5
Jersey Stench.
We're at 504. We got one before the show and we got one during. Let's try to get one after.
What's your Instagram again?
At John Andrew 0310.
Johnny Boy Comedy's over there.
Johnny
and
Boy
then
Comic. COMIC.
Johnny Boy Comic.
Yes.
Hey.
Right next to me. And then here we got the PJ Morin, ThePJMorin on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all of it. Or X, whatever it is.
One more shout out to Tony Walker doing the
Give it up for
producing
Tony.
the show.
Tony.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Tony,
Thank you.
so much for doing the show for us. That's a hell of a thing to go out to. I love that.
That's the first thing I saw.
I was going to say, I think we should have gone for Ric Flair, but
Oh, that would have been beautiful.
that's all right. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
thank you.
governors. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
See you guys
we'll be back.
in 2 weeks.
Deuces, everybody.
Stench number 2, baby. It's coming up.